Where to begin? Where to begin? Let's begin by welcoming everyone to Attempt 1, Part 15 of trying to beat Red Dead Redemption 2 without dying. Gather around, settle in, all that sort of stuff. Should we start by talking about Episode 14? I think we should start by talking about Episode 14, because if you watched that episode, you will know we came heart-stoppingly close to ending the run right then and there. If you didn't watch that episode, allow me to recap a certain incident which occurred during that episode, and it will serve as sort of a detox, if you will. It turns out young Lenny, strappy young chap, had acquired a tip that a local gang known as the Lemoyne Raiders have set up a base of operations deep in the swamps at a place called Shady Belle, and they're using that house as a base of operations for their arms-dealing business. So we had a house and property full of things that aspiring outlaws such as ourselves would want to acquire, such as boxes full of rifles, wagons full of dynamite, all that sort of stuff. So Lenny and I, very daringly and efficiently, cleared the place out. And once it was clear, we decided to drive a wagon full of dynamite away from the base. In the moment, I felt like that was a terrible idea. In hindsight, I was 100% correct. It was a terrible idea. On the way out of the base, a group of Lemoyne Raiders stopped us, had us dead to rights, 3 of them on horseback. And so they're questioning us about how we came to possess said wagon full of dynamite. And as I'm sitting there watching that confrontation unfold, the first thing that was going through my mind is, okay, is this a moment where I am not allowed to get the gun out of my holster? Because there are certain moments in this game where the weapon wheel is completely disabled. One of which, of course, is in camp, like where we are now. I'm not allowed to get the weapon out as long as I'm here. But there are certain missions within the game where that's also the case. I'm not allowed to get the weapon out even though there's a mission going on. Like, for example, in Chapter 2, when I went hunting with Charles and we're looking for some buffalo, we eventually find one. And Charles also notices there's some buffalo around that have been killed and basically left to rot. In other words, the people that killed them did not take the meat. They didn't take the horns to use it for anything, all that sort of stuff. And so Charles decides to go ahead and hunt down the people who did this. So when we find them, Charles is giving them what for, verbally assaulting them, all that fun stuff. And I'm sitting there thinking, okay, I should probably get the gun out because it looks like there's about to be a confrontation here. Sure enough, there is, but that mission is scripted so that Charles whips out his gun first and fires the first shot. So anyway, my first thought when that Lemoyne Raiders encounter happened was, okay, is this a moment where Lenny has to take the first shot? Of course, watching the tape back, that is not the case. I was able to pull the weapon out. And then my second thought was, okay, now that I've got the weapon out, let me aim down sight by pressing L2. I'm on PlayStation, that's the button to aim down sight. But that's also the interaction button, which in my, what shall we call it, infinite wisdom, all I could see in the heat of the moment once I pulled the interaction button up was that I could either diffuse, and I just threw that backfish on accident, I could either diffuse the situation or I could antagonize the Lemoyne Raiders. What I didn't see was that I could hit R2 to pull the weapon out. And so, things get a little heated during the conversation. The Lemoyne Raiders all whip out their weapons and start shooting. And I'm sitting there thinking, okay, I got to run or I'm going to get shot to death because there's 3 of them shooting at me at point-blank range. So I run off, I pop a tonic, which probably saved my life in hindsight. The Lemoyne Raiders are now behind me, so they've got a clear shot at the wagon full of dynamite. They shoot the wagon, it explodes. Arthur is thrown forward off of the wagon, lands on the ground, and that's when the mission failed screen pops up.
Well, you're on, my friend.
I did look at the footage frame by frame, and the point is, Arthur's health core never reduced to 0. It took the health ring from all the way around Arthur's health bar, but it never took the core down to 0. Which is the only reason we're still playing at this point. So I restarted the mission from checkpoint, and and played it out the way I envisioned playing it out in my head, which was once that conversation gets going with the Lemoyne Raiders, I whip out the gun and kill all of them. Drove the wagon back to camp, and that was that. Very sobering moments. I've long believed the run like this, there's a lot of stuff that can go wrong. It's probably going to be a miracle if I pull this off in one attempt. And it's led to me wanting to chill for a second at the start of this episode and refocus, reground myself. Because fishing, as you can see, even if I throw it back, it still gives me some health points. So it expands the health ring, which obviously lets me take more hits. And that one was tiny, so I'm going to try to catch maybe something a little bit bigger for the camp pot here. And another thing I was thinking about is it wouldn't hurt for me to do some hunting and get some meat in my satchel, because if I put some herbs on that meat before I cook it, then I could possibly do something like get a golden health core, which would also allow me to take more hits. So doing little stuff like that to stack the deck even more in my favor. I mean, with using stuff like the chewing tobacco to keep my dead eye pretty high, obviously that makes it fairly easy to survive gunfights as long as I don't hit the wrong button or fail to hit the right button like I did in the last episode. So that's where we find ourselves at the opening of episode 15. The other thing we did last time out is we went with Hosea. We found Hosea and John with the wagon full of moonshine, and they were hidden in the woods around camp. It turned out it wasn't that difficult to find. But we attempted to sell that to the Braithwaites.
Okay.
And if you remember a few episodes back, we had stolen that moonshine from the Braithwaites, who were trying to sell it to the Lemoyne Raiders, and we were attempting to selling it back to the Braithwaites, who we essentially stole it from. They weren't too happy about that, but Hosea was able to strong-arm his way into getting the Braithwaites to pay us a little bit for the moonshine. And the Braithwaites then threw us a curveball, and they said, you know what? Go to the saloon in Rhodes and hand this stuff out for free. Turns out the saloon in Rhodes is owned by the Greys, who, of course, are the Braithwaites' mortal enemy, so they wanted to cut into the Greys' profits.
The bluegill, okay.
So we drove the moonshine into Rhodes. We were handing it out, getting the entire town drunk. Turns out the Greys, the local sheriff department, they're too drunk to care anyway, so they didn't come in to stop us. Who did come in to stop us was the Lemoyne Raiders, who, turns out, had attempted to buy the moonshine from the Braithwaites. And they didn't like the fact that we were handing out their moonshine for free when they could have been making money off of it. So they started shooting the place up, and Hosea and I had to escape in a hail of gunfire. But we did make it out in one piece. And that was the other big thing that happened in episode 14. As far as what's on the agenda today, I'm going to start it off by doing a little fishing, like you can see, trying to get some food for camp, possibly some meat I can put in my satchel. And then, of course, the hidden benefit, or the thing that really makes a difference, is going to be the extra health points that I can get to increase that health bar.
You're okay.
Another thing I want to do is we are running very low on funds. So I may make a run up to the fence, sell off a few goods, get some cash flow going, and while I'm out, wouldn't hurt to do a little bit of scavenging for some herbs so that I can cook some of this meat that I'll be acquiring and get those golden health cores I was talking about earlier. Beyond that, we do have a couple of leads outside of camp. In no particular order, we could either go back to, let me think about this, the Gray's plantation, meet up with John and Javier. I believe there's a mission that is going to involve stealing some Braithwaite horses. Or we could go back to the Braithwaite plantation and meet up with Sean. I believe that mission involves going over to the Gray's place and burning I believe it's tobacco that they're growing. So we basically burn down their crops. And Dutch's ultimate plan in all this is to convince both sides of this feud that we are on their side and then rob both of them blind. We'll have to see how that works out. Obviously, I've played the game before, so I know it doesn't
Let's
work
try
out well.
something new.
But if you're new to the game, you'll be able to see exactly how everything crashes and burns, assuming I live that long.
Anything biting, I wonder. Good to meet you.
All right, nice. Made up for that trout I threw back earlier. A bit of fishing as we ease our way back into it. Another thing I wanted to do while I'm here at camp. Since we shot up the town in Rhodes, I should probably change outfits because I don't want to roll back into Rhodes looking exactly like the person who left in a hail of gunfire. I don't think they would like that very much.
Arthur.
Oh boy, what does Dutch want?
What now? You sweating yet, Dutch?
Of course I'm sweating. We're in some disease-ridden, swampy, Dixie-whistling shithole.
I meant about what Trelawney said about these bounty
I'm
hunters.
not sweating as such, but maybe a little gentle perspiration. Until we know more, ain't too much harm in wasting good liquor on sweating.
So?
So, I think you should pay Mr. Trelawney a visit and find out exactly what he knows and who he spoke to. Take Charles with you. Oh, the sight of the pair of you would make a statue sing out its secrets.
Okay.
Okay, go to Charles. Wasn't planning on doing this straight out of the gate, but in the spirit of doing an immersive playthrough, if Dutch flags me down, I would like to acknowledge Boss Man. What's up, Charles?
Charles, I need you for some business in town. Come on.
Okay.
Hey there, girl.
Where did he go? There he is.
Where are we going?
Dutch wants us to have a talk with Trelawney. About these bounty hunters who are coming for us. Hoping he can tell us who they are or where they're coming from.
Okay. And you're deputies now.
Something like that. Soon as we laid eyes on that fool of a sheriff who runs that town, I knew Dutch was gonna play him like a fiddle.
On the run from one bunch of lawmen, working for another. Interesting.
Hiding in plain sight, Dutch calls it.
So, spirits seem good. In the new camp, I mean.
We got some space between us and that mess now. Ain't seen no more Pinkertons for a while. There's these bounty hunters, of course, but Dutch don't seem too worried about it.
Can't believe they're still coming after us. We didn't even get away with the money.
Yeah, but they don't know that.
Of course. Trelawney. I've only met him a couple times, but he's a strange one.
Fear not. He's just a cockroach in fancy breeches. But he gets into nooks and crannies the rest of us can't.
Easy.
Remember, he said he was renting behind the church in Rhodes, which would be one of these houses. I believe it's this one on my left.
Reckon it's that one with the fire outside.
Let's take a look. Whoa!
Shit. This don't look so good. Well, he clearly ain't here, so where is he?
Someone got here first.
So it seems.
By the looks of things, it wasn't a social call. You see anything there?
Check the house. This food's barely touched. Looks like he left in a hurry.
What do you think?
Tacitus Kilgore Mining Company. This is to certify that such and such is the holder of so many shares, inclusive in the above company, subject to the provisions of the memorandum and articles of association thereof, and that the sum of $1 has been paid
Found
on each of
anything?
the said shares' secretary. All right. Doesn't tell me much of anything. There's that clue.
Bed's not made, so he must have been here recently. There's some blood here. That ain't good.
Big struggle. Pretty recently, I'd
Look,
say. I guess
tracks.
maybe 12 hours ago?
But no body?
Not yet. Come on, before they get too far ahead.
Let's go, girl.
They went down the path here. How's your tracking these days?
All right, I guess.
Well, lead the way then.
Not the kind of place I'd expect to see Trelawney staying in.
No?
Normally scams himself into the best hotel in town.
You know, when me and Javier went down with Trelawney to get Sean, after the bar fight, I swear, he talked the whole way and never actually said a damn thing.
I thought you knew. That's his special talent. They could be 20 miles away by now.
We can track them that far if we need to. Depends on how much you want to find them.
Yeah. I still ain't sure about that.
Hey, look. They continue on the other side of the tracks. These tracks lead into the forest here.
Hey, look. Let's go see what those fellas have to say.
What are you doing?
Excuse me.
Yeah,
Have you seen him? We're looking for our friend.
I don't think he's here.
You seen a strange sort of feller? Sort of formal?
Strange? Sure. Formal? Nah.
He uses a cane. Looks a lot like this one.
All right, you two. Where the hell is he?
You both better get out of here!
Come here!
You stay there.
Where is Trelawney?
I don't know anything.
Tell me where he is.
You go to hell.
You better tell me now, you son of a bitch.
Okay, for Christ's sake. They took him to a cabin over by the cornfields.
Which cornfields?
Left. Down the path there by Braithwaite Manor.
Well, that's that. All right. That should do it.
So that was one of those moments where I couldn't get a weapon out. 31 bucks off that guy.
Come on, let's go.
We'll find out what this guy has on him.
Follow me. I think there's a way around so we don't have to go through the Braithwaite's place. What are you doing?
Stealing.
Yes. I've spent enough time there. After you, then. Ha!
You okay?
I'm good.
What do you think they want with Trelawney?
Could be any one of 100 things. Just depends if any of them involve us.
You think he'll talk?
Of course he'll talk. He'd sell his own sister to save a train fare. He don't know how not to talk. He don't know where we're holed up, though. At least I don't think he does.
I don't know why Dutch still deals with him. Always disappearing for weeks on end.
He's got his uses, and, well, loyalty matters to Dutch.
Of course. But is Trelawney loyal?
Yeah, kind of. I guess Trelawney ain't exactly disloyal. Just got a big mouth. Don't worry. If he talked, I'll goddamn find out what he said. Nothing's ever straightforward where Trelawney's involved. Learned that much.
I mean, how much time have we wasted getting this fool out of trouble?
He somehow manages to be both lucky and unlucky at the same time.
That's one way of looking at it.
But he always finds some way to pay us back. Just when we think about cutting him loose, he brings us something big. I guess that's his special talent, keeping fish on the line.
Should be that cabin up there on the hill, if memory serves. It's been 3 years since I've seen this mission, though, so I could be wrong.
That must be it.
Whoa! Let's get you out of here. Come on, boy.
The thing is, after that shack, this will be remembered like a good time.
Put the man down, gentlemen. Is that the lot of them?
I think so.
So you're alive.
Allegedly.
Well, don't worry, they won't be for much longer.
Look, go get them, Arthur. I can handle this.
Let's see, what do I want to rock here? Let's go dual
Who
weld.
knows what he told them? Let's get after those sons of bitches.
They've gone into the cornfields. We need to flush them out. Look at the birds. Go that way.
Slippery devil. Do I kill him, or does it want me to
Get in there and
interrogate
find
him?
Come on. They're gonna get away. Let's find them.
Come on, you cowards.
I'm about to be of the opinion that I should shoot first.
Get out of there, you sons of bitches.
We know who you are, and we're coming for you.
I'm telling you now, you boys ain't leaving here.
Come on, where are they? Over there, where the birds are.
Where the hell are they?
It's going to force me to go in there. What if, wait a minute. Look at it this way.
You and your friend up there.
We need to find these bastards.
I will find you, bastards!
Get the hell out of here while you still can!
God damn these sons of bitches.
It's going to force me to get up close and personal.
You made a big mistake messing with us.
Where are you?
You're making a big mistake!
Where the hell are they?
There's one. Come here.
You sons of bitches!
Where are you?
Get the hell out of here while you still can!
Is that Charles over there?
Where the hell are they?
Yep. So he seems to think they're over here.
You wait till I find you. Where the hell are you? We got one more, Charles.
Did you see those birds?
Saw the birds, but I couldn't tell exactly which patch they left from. What you got,
Hey!
Charles?
I see something on the ground over here. He's dumped his gear. Look around. He can't have gone far.
If I remember this right, this guy's not going to
Keep
spawn
searching. He's around here somewhere.
until I go through the ears of corn. But I'm going to look around the outside anyway. Yep. Let's at least start as close to Charles as we
You see
can.
anything?
If we need covering fire, we'll have it.
Keep looking, Arthur.
Eagle Eye give me anything?
He must be close.
My health went away. Oh, hell no.
He's mine! Let me take him. You get out of here.
You have my friend.
He's not your friend. I'll give you money.
Be quiet.
Charles Smith with the play of the day.
Come on.
You should have taken the money.
I know. I'm a fool.
Shit. Thank you.
Of course. You okay?
Yeah, fine.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Gunshots are coming from that barn! Come on!
Get that wagon. Why does he keep reducing the number of weapons I can carry?
God damn you!
Because seriously, it took the shotgun away, it took one of the pistols away. I gotta think about this. What's going to be the best approach? Around the cornfield to that other wagon. Go, dude. Flanking maneuver.
I got you now!
The heck is Charles in all this? Okay. Apparently they can still shoot out the side.
Shit! That one was close!
Yeah. I got no shot yet. I really don't want to go inside and face them on their turf. There's nobody underneath it. Good. Nobody through the windows. Give me right here.
Oh, you're dying today. He's backing off inside. Get after him.
Ah.
There he is. Take him out.
Shoot. Pulling the trigger, what does it take?
Good. He should be the last of them.
All right, let's go back for Trelawney. You all right?
Yeah. Never goes easy, does it?
Sure don't. Come on. Let's go see how badly they beat up the slippery fella.
I wonder how much trouble he's brought with him.
Guess we'll soon find out.
Seems like we can't catch a break now, Arthur.
Our luck's held this long. We got out of worse scrapes than this one.
So I heard.
Sure. What's government agents and bounty hunters to us?
I hope you're right.
All the shooting around the back of the Braithwaite Manor, they don't seem to care. Might as well work on those stamina points. Get a little jog, get a little cardio in as we go across the field.
Mr. Trelawney, where are you?
Over here, dear boy.
Well, he's still here at least. Put your feet up, why don't you?
You okay?
Never finer.
So, who was they?
They were bounty hunter. Attached to Cole Stoudemire.
Okay.
They weren't looking for me, per se.
What you tell them?
Not much. I told them I was an intellectual. Come down here from Oregon, looking for a job at the university. Of course, they didn't believe me. Seems you stirred up quite a hornet's nest in Blackwater.
So I keep hearing.
It might be best if I stay with you, gentlemen, for a while. Can't go back to that caravan now.
All right, Charles. You take Trelawney back to camp. I'll catch up with you.
Okay.
There always seems to be more and more civilization. I want to get back in the open country of the West, or what's left of it, but even that ain't the way I remember it.
Well, it dropped us in Rhodes, which is not the first place I would have gone without changing clothes and shaving, but all right. Maybe the fact we're here means we're okay to walk around like this.
For my sins.
We'll make our visit quick.
My body and my mind. Yeah, would you all pay? And I seen things. Seen bad things.
Ancient future. Blair began in Scarlet Meadows.
Can't get guns out anyway.
I saw my leg get eaten by a dog after it got blown off.
I have my eye on you. Typical. First I stubbed my toe, then you walk through the door.
He's a friendly chap. Let's top off on the tonics while we're here. It was nice those guys had some decent cash on them, because we were very low on funds before this episode started.
How do I put this? Hurry the hell up. Tick-tock, tick-tock, let's go.
This is no way to get repeat business, sir. Unfortunately, you are the only game in town, so I don't have much choice.
None of you got no soul. Deserve to lose the war. But ain't none of you fought. Pathetic bastards. Well, I ain't afraid of you, old Mr. Gray. You are your damn pathetic bastard son.
So that's nice. That's one main story mission we got out of the way with Trelawney there. Wasn't expecting to get that one done today. Honestly, wasn't even aware it was available. But it is getting very foggy out, so I think we'll head back to camp and maybe chill out there for a little bit. Check the time. We may wind up advancing the day. Depends on what the lay of the land is once we get back. Can I get weapons out now?
Yeah. It's the no-count took the bell. Blow him to hell.
Oh. Crap.
You're a marked man in the state of Lemoyne. Push up. Okay. If you're lucky.
That was a crap show. One of those. They were close enough to camp. I figured I had to kill them, because bringing them back to camp, probably not the best idea. But I will vacate the scene before more of them show up. How about the horse not running away after it bucked me off.
Who is it?
Man coming in.
You can tell me later.
'Cause I fully expected to be left hung out to dry right there.
Yeah.
Arthur?
It's only 11. It's only 10:45 somehow. Also, Tilly keeps yelling my name as soon as I walk into camp. I'm gonna go talk to her because he keeps throwing me off.
I've been working.
Arthur?
Do some work, dearie. This isn't a holiday.
How are you?
Alive. You?
Fine. Let me ask you a question. If I was to kill Miss Grimshaw, would Dutch be mad?
I think, as a general rule, Dutch likes to avoid murder within the camp. I mean, there was that one time, but he was a traitor. But Miss Grimshaw, well, Dutch has a soft spot for her.
I thought as much. Was she always like this?
I ain't quite old enough to know.
No, of course. So as long as you've known her?
She's always liked her swill of vinegar.
I'd like to give her a swig of arsenic.
We'll just do it discreetly.
I will. You fancy a game of dominoes?
Sure, why not?
If I'm playing with you, she'll leave me alone.
Can't believe the dominoes survived Blackwater, but my necklace didn't.
Oh, yeah. I thought something looked different.
Well, I stole that one. I'm sure I can steal another easy enough.
I'll keep my eye out for you, too.
Full disclosure, I have no idea how to play dominoes. Whenever I did this as a kid, it surely wasn't this. It was more so line them up and knock them down. And that was the extent of the game. But based on what she did, it seems the gist of this is to place common numbers against each other. 1 on 1 and blank space on blank space. 2 in on 2, and then so I can build off of 4 or 6.
Well?
Seems to be the only place I can put that one. Edge score is 5. Target score, all 5s, 100. Somehow Tilly has 15 points.
You know, I think I like this spot better than Horseshoe Overlook now.
You're telling me.
That's it.
There. There. But all for nothing.
Great.
Seems like favoritism. Let's put that there. Ha! Take a tile. Take that. You like it.
That's not looking up, amigo. This ain't looking great for you. Ah, here's one.
Arthur gets so excited and then he puts down a tile that doesn't score any points.
Perfect. Damn. This is annoying.
Nothing on this one. Well, whoops for you.
There, can play that.
Seems like no matter what I do, I can't score. It would help if I knew the rules, but you'd think I'd get lucky at least once. If nothing else, it's a public service because it gets Miss Grimshaw off her back.
Why don't you pass me for now? I'll take it. Sorry, ain't worth much. If the Pinkertons could see you now, killer, bank robber, dominoes player.
You gotta keep them on their toes.
Not the way you wanted to get arrested, though. Imagine the newspaper headlines.
Well, keep your eye out then.
She'll never see this coming.
That's it.
So, I mean, she put a 6 down against another 6. So if I put a 5 against a 5, still nothing. How about a 1 against a 1? Maybe the real challenge to this run should be, can I beat Red Dead Redemption 2 without losing a round of dominoes? I would be here for the rest of my life.
Ouch. All done and domino.
Shoot. Here.
Well, I got 15 for running out of tiles first.
Nothing here.
All right, she's at
This
90
ain't
points.
worth nothing.
100 points wins. Come on, bring it home. 5 points away from victory. I don't know. Let's put that there.
There. And points for me.
Hey, I got 20 points. I have no idea how.
Hello, gentlemen.
Damn, that's not pretty. We're in some trouble, my friend. There, domino. That's as it should be. Come here.
Damn, fine. Here.
I'm coming back. I guess they had to give Tilly something to do. There was a mission she was in Chapter 2. I know she's in another mission in Chapter 4. But aside from that, she doesn't get a ton of screen time unless you happen to interact with her around camp. Which, with a gang this big, there's bound to be some characters that fade into the background. I forget what it is. It's 22 or 23? Something like that. There's a lot of characters in this game. And that's the core Vanderlyn gang. That doesn't count people outside of the gang.
Great. Yes.
Ball game.
Oh, you'll have your chance on the next one.
Flips table. Walks away. Let's take care of the shave. I don't know when I'm going to be able to go for a haircut again. I know Valentine has a barber. I know Saint Denis has a barber, but Arthur doesn't know Saint Denis has a barber at this point in the playthrough. So it might not be until Chapter 4 that I wind up getting a haircut.
Evelyn Miller, of course.
That old windbag?
He's no windbag, son. He is a seer. He sees things that we don't know yet.
I know, I'm just teasing.
You're just afraid of opening your mind because you might not like what you find.
You're probably right. You know, you always had the most incredible way of putting things.
Mr. Miller has a way of putting things. Me, I'm just an old outlaw, not prepared to go quietly.
Oh, you're more than that, Dutch. You're... Well, you're amazing.
What a kiss up. I don't suppose I have a holster to match this gun belt, do I? So I remember I bought the improved gun belt from the gunsmith, but I did not look to see if there was a holster that went with it. Okay, I can change the holster. Or yeah, the offhand holster at least. That's good. I'll leave that off for now. Yeah, that's right, because I remember buying the bandolier in case I wanted it, but it might be a little bit much. People might freak out if they see me riding around with a bandolier on. I believe we're going to call this good. Custom outfit 2.
You better not be stealing from the collection box again, Reverend.
Stealing me? You? No. I was putting money in. How dare you, Mr. Pearson?
Well, go on then. Put it in. Go on. 5 cents. How generous of you.
You're not a nice man, Mr. Pearson.
So we had we replaced our warm weather outfit. We still have a average temperature outfit, so let's rebuild the cold weather outfit. What am I looking for? Gloves. Should be enough. Outfit is suitable for cold temperatures. Save outfit. I seriously hate the way this game does outfits. It's like it completely saved over the warm weather outfit I just built. Alright, so 1 and 3 made it to the horse. Now I gotta put 2 on the horse. Finally. Alright, let's see what we can get into around here. It's been a while since we've done any of the camp chores, and, well, my Deadeye ring is completely empty because I was using it beforehand, but I'm pretty sure it's fallen behind
so far south, Arthur?
health and stamina.
Like it.
Seems as good a place as any to get chased by the law, Miss Tilly.
You ain't so dumb as that, Arthur. I'm a Negro.
I know. I'll keep you safe, Miss Tilly.
My mama was a slave until she was 15 years old, Arthur.
I'll keep you safe, miss. You have my word.
I never knew that. Excuse me, please.
Hi there, Arthur.
There he is. Hey, Mary Beth.
Oh, hello, Arthur.
Trying to think what I want to do after this. Might do a little bit more fishing. I still want to go up to the fence and unload some of the gold I've picked up recently and some of the other valuables as well. Something I was thinking about, I can't remember if you can purchase some of the herbs that you can use in cooking some of those meats, or if you have to find them in the wild. And I want to say you have to find them in the wild, or if there is a way to buy them, that would be from a doctor. And the only doctor I can remember being on the map is in Valentine. So this is where a little bit of foresight would come in handy. Because if I could have bought them in Valentine before I shot the town up, that would have been ideal, I think.
What do you think of the place?
I don't know. So far, it seems okay, I guess.
I think that there is rich pickings for some carpetbaggers like us.
Is that what we are, is it? Avenging your father's death after 30 years?
There's gold, Arthur. Gold.
If you say so.
You joining us here, Arthur?
Swanson?
Sit, Arthur. Could use some company.
For you, my lady, anything. Except sitting next to the Reverend.
You all right?
Yep. Come on, I thought we were friends.
Did I miss something here?
Totally clueless.
Mary Beth?
Yes, hi.
Stellar conversation skills. I was looking for those hay bales. So I remember I found a hay bale chore that raised my Deadeye in Chapter 2, but I can't remember where those are. These looks like these sacks of flour, I think, that I could carry back and forth for some Deadeye points. No, it's corn, not flour.
Winning that game didn't even cheer me up.
It's because you cheated. take a moment while it's kind of slow here to say thanks for watching. And hopefully the playback has been pretty smooth. I know a couple episodes back there were some moments where it was choppy, but I changed the latency on the stream from low to normal. So hopefully the playback is fine. If for some reason it is not, feel free to let me know and I will see what more I can do to remedy the situation. Beer bottle. Why not?
Are you well, Mr. Morgan?
Well, I would be if you would.
I'm alive, Miss Grimshaw.
These girls, Mr. Morgan, they're driving me to despair.
Why?
No gratitude and no manners. This younger generation, it saddens me. The world is ruined.
It's time for the musical interlude.
Hooked up and smiled, said, bear down on your auger, for I know you struck all. Things went on and on for a week or 10 days. My auger machinery got to fire in some ways. Oh. Well,
What
now.
you reading?
Oh, some silly romance.
Aren't all romances silly?
Yes, and this one's particularly silly. I know you and Karen laugh at me for reading this stuff.
Of course we do. But then we read them ourselves.
Do you?
Sometimes. What do you think, Arthur?
No, I don't think too much. I just like hearing you two talk.
Anyway, what is it about this nonsense?
I don't know. It makes you feel happy, even as it's making you feel sad and driving you mad for being so stupid.
I know. Oh, and this one's particularly idiotic. About a Scottish lord and a princess who was raised as a peasant.
All right, that's enough of that.
But whose noble blood shines through.
I'm not sure how Mary Beth wound up in this gang to begin with, because she always seems like a reader. Like, Tilly, I can kind of understand. Karen, I can understand. Mary Beth doesn't make sense to me. She doesn't seem to have any violent tendencies whatsoever, unlike almost everyone else around us.
You behaving there, O'Driscoll?
I'm not no Driscoll, sir.
Sure. How are the horses?
Okay. I mean, well, but they could be better. I'm worried. They've been through a lot. If I had some burdock root, just a couple, I could knock up a poultice, could keep them well and cure some ailments.
Burdock root?
Yes, that works best.
Okay. If I see some, I'll bring it you.
Well, thank you, sir.
Huh. Who knew Kieran was so knowledgeable about such things?
Greetings, my boy.
Dutch?
Who do we got? Actually, that's... I thought I saw Javier over here by a tree. If I remember correctly, there's a fishing activity with Javier in this chapter, so I figure I might as well do that as opposed to fishing off the dock, because it accomplishes the same thing, but at least there's some conversation with Javier. The only thing is, I thought he was over at the Gray's place. Maybe that's not Javier at all. Is that Trelawney?
You okay?
That is Trelawney.
Arthur! Are you busy, Arthur?
Why?
Well, I know you think I'm just some effete buffoon.
What?
A man of words and not of action. hardly a man at all.
Well, I think you're as slippery as an eel in an oil slick, but still a man.
Because I think I found something interesting.
Yeah?
Have you ever robbed a stagecoach?
No, never. Well, who would have even thought? Of course I robbed a goddamn stagecoach. You know I have.
And what's the problem with stagecoaches?
The armed man attempting to put a bullet in your head?
Not quite. The odds. I mean, is it worth the robbing?
Sometimes.
I know. But, well, if you'd like to come with me, I can introduce you to a new best friend, and he's going to give you all the decent, robbable stagecoaches a hot-blooded degenerate could require.
Well, I could require a whole lot.
I remember this mission. I can't remember if it's a mandatory quest or a side mission, but we'll knock it out.
So where do we find this friend of yours?
Rhodes.
Because what can possibly go wrong there?
Well, lead the way and we'll find out.
You sure seem to have got about around here.
You know me. I like to make friends in low places.
He's recovered from his beating exceptionally fast.
How the hell you end up down here anyway?
I could ask the same of you. I have a few commitments over this way. Some expenses to meet.
Expenses? What expenses? Gentlemen's canes and rabbits to pull out of hats?
Among other things, I had quite a nice little business going for a while. Shares in a gold mining company. Excellent returns for the investor of a certain financial standing. Until, well, that unfortunate run-in with the law.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Thanks for disappearing on us during that Sean business, by the way.
I'd done my part. Each to their strengths, dear boy. You know, you boys should really watch yourselves with those two families. This is a small town. People talk. I tried to mention it to Hosea, but you know how he is. Anyway, while they're off chasing their pot of Confederate gold hidden at the end of some rainbow, let me present you with something real.
So, where exactly are we going?
The train station. The clerk there, Alden, is quite a fellow. Very informed on the comings and goings of coaches round these parts.
Ah, I see.
Here we are. We can hitch up outside. I'll make the introductions, Arthur.
You doing all right?
I heard some screams from the basement of the Dutch.
Come on. Hang back a bit and let me do the talking. We don't want to scare him off.
Of course we don't.
Hello, Alden.
Hello, Josiah. How have you been?
Dandy. And you, friend?
Like I said, times are tough. My missus is a bad woman. Terrible woman.
They often are. But how's work, Alden?
Terrible. Wages got cut again. They reckon they just invented a new horseless carriage will be the end of us.
They've been saying that nonsense since they invented the wheel. The wickedness of bosses.
I know. My comrades here and I are greatly discouraged from the adequate fulfillment of our duty.
A discouraged man is no man at all, Alden. No man at all. My friend Arthur here has a present for you.
Here.
Ain't you kind, sir?
Call him Arthur. He's one of us, a fellow man of distinction.
Okay. Well, this is perfect timing.
I think you'll like this one, Josiah. It'll be coming south down the river road through Siltwater Strand.
Thank you, Alden. Thank you very much.
Oh, and Josiah, if you or Arthur are ever out Strawberry Way, ask for my colleague there, feller called Hector. He's also one of the, what did you call us again?
Discouraged men, Alden.
That's it, discouraged men. I like that.
Well, goodbye, Alden, or should I say, adieu.
Oh, adieu, Josiah.
Coach coming south down by the river road through Stillwater Strand. Valuables in strong box. Passenger is the very wealthy Mrs. Chester Damson, aspiring but appalling opera singer. Use your imagination.
What the hell was that?
I thought you might like to see that pantomime.
River Road through Siltwater Strand, he said.
Okay. I think I know a good spot to wait. Follow me. Okay, let's go. This way.
If I recall, this mission requires the use of a lockpick. Pretty sure I don't have a lockpick. We will see if there's a way around that.
What did I tell you? Simple as can be. Seems a lot of the station workers are in on it these days. Earning a pittance, the unions are whipping them up, so they want something on the side. Like he said, there, Strawberry. Could create a lot of opportunities for a man in your line of work.
I ain't sure about going back to Strawberry after all. That Micah business.
Didn't sound like you left anyone alive to recognize you, so I wouldn't worry too much, dear boy. All this trouble. You gentlemen are becoming quite the celebrities, aren't you? Soon you'll be on the front of a dime novel. And dead, of course.
We're hoping to be long gone before that. Dutch has a plan.
If anything goes wrong, let's meet back here at this crossroad, okay?
All right.
Here we are. This is the spot. Okay. This should do.
Sure. Here.
I'm hoping we won't need those.
Better safe than sorry. So what were you thinking?
Well, according to this, the loot is located in a strongbox, which is in the back. I'll put on a little performance, and you can scurry around, open the strongbox, and relieve them of their goodies.
And how do I open the strongbox without threatening someone to open it for me?
This should work.
There it is.
And I can do this silently?
Well, I'm hoping complete silence won't be necessary. But you're going to wish you had your earplugs. This is Damson. Oh, very good, Alden, very good. Of course, if anything goes wrong, you can wave your guns around like you normally do. Hold tight. They'll be here soon.
There it is.
All right, where's this lockpick located? That's my question. Items. This is all going to be food. I can almost guarantee it. Yep. Maybe it's one of those things I run up behind the wagon and then it gives me a prompt and then it uses it automatically. Did not mean to take the hat off.
Right on time. Let's go. Keep your distance so they don't see you. And please leave that gun in its holster for once.
Yeah.
Probably be a little closer than this.
Just Mrs. Chester Damson. Flatter me.
I flatter, buddy.
Stop the coach, my good man! Stop the coach!
Whoa! Miss Damson, why did you stop singing?
The New York audience, they were rather cruel.
New Yorkers are prigs and fools who believe Westerners don't know anything about culture.
I couldn't agree more.
Could you? It's such a small show. I'm looking for Miss
I know.
Miss Damson, you owe it to West Elizabeth.
There's a dude standing there looking backwards. There we go.
Madam, we should move. The roads are not safe.
My good man, they're perfectly safe.
Oh, no, they're not.
Go, please. Madam, I've heard enough. Might I have your card? The event is on the 23rd of this month. I can't say enough. Mrs. Damson, magnifico. So sorry, gentlemen, for the interruption. Farewell.
Come on, girl.
Nicely done, Arthur. A little finesse for once. Well done, sir. Well done.
It was easy. You did all the work.
Teamwork, my dear boy. Teamwork.
Here you go.
Thank you. Oh, it's only good. Go see Alden from time to time. See you soon, Arthur.
Ooh, $750 take. That coach was loaded. Wonder what he'll say if we talk to him.
Hey, how are you, Arthur?
That old smoothie acting like he hasn't seen us in ages. Let's see if we can make it back to camp without getting assaulted by the Lemoyne Raiders this time. I hope so, because I couldn't access the weapon wheel right there.
Yeah.
See if I can do a little bow hunting at the end of the day here. Right up the you-know-what.
Easy. That's it.
Alright, we're gonna skin this, get the meat off of it.
Just hold on there, girl. Okay, my girl. Yeah.
See what else is around here. Turkey. Can't find the herbs. I figure this way I'll at least have plenty of meat to cook once I do find some herbs.
Girl.
Plus I'm getting a little bit of health and dead eye points, so that's always nice.
Yep.
No herbs or anything around here. I'd honestly be surprised if I found like oregano or thyme or mint or anything around the camp here. I think I'm going to have to go back to New Hanover to find that sort of stuff.
Who goes there? Arthur coming in.
Good to see you back, Arthur.
All right, Charles, this animal would have had to go right by you, assuming you've been standing there for a while. Of course, with my luck, I'm probably tracking the horse of one of the gang members as it went back into camp. I'm not following this thing all the way through the woods. Could have run up on it a little bit faster, but I didn't want to spook it once I got close to it.
I ever tell you boys about the time I was lost in the Congo and became a living god for a few days? Seriously.
This already sounds like
It's a
BS.
good one. And it's true. Entirely true. Many, many years ago, I was selling camping supplies in East Africa. My lord, it was wild. Massive boys, them Congo Indians, average 9 feet tall, some even bigger. Now, we was riding down the river, you know, when suddenly our boat erupted into flames. The rest of the crew, they was eaten by hippopotamuses, rhinoceroses. I survived, you know. I got taken to a village in the trees. They'd never seen a white man before, and as luck would have it, they had a witch doctor made a prophecy that a god would turn up, floating on the river, white as a cloud. So they made me a god. And it was fun for a few weeks. Then they tried to marry me off to the chief's daughter. Either that or sacrifice me to another god. When I said I'm not the marrying kind, they wanted to kill me and feed me to their pigs. Well, I ran away and, well, I spent weeks in the jungle. Gorging off giant cockroaches. Oh, God. True story. I promise you.
This guy's Looney Tunes. Absolutely Looney Tunes. I believe we'll go ahead, advance the day, and call it a day here. Not exactly the way I thought the episode would go. We did wind up taking out a couple missions. Definitely not the missions I thought they would be, but that's okay. We advanced the plot. We didn't die. That's what matters. So with that, I will say thank you for watching. On a personal note, I got some stuff going on, so I won't be streaming it for at least a week. Nothing serious. Everything's fine. But anyway, point is, if you're following this live, it'll be at least a week before the next episode. Obviously, if you're coming to this at some point in the future, this won't be an issue. But for those following live, I did want to mention that. Thanks again for watching. Hope you have a good rest of your night, and hope to see you in the next episode.